So here we have a 1976 Eldorado, the so-called last convertible, although it ended up not being the last year. This is not a bicentennial edition. You can identify those by minimally the red piping on the seats, but it is a white with a red interior. You can see it also has the parade boot on. And this typifies kind of a reduced four-fender theme that Wayne Kady talked about in the video on his 71 Eldorado convertible. So this is a few years later, and you can see GM has gone to the fender extensions here. This car's had these replaced, but these were originally flexible. And after all these years, they start cracking, so most people have them replaced. They are really tough to get fitted correctly. And you'll also notice the interior is different from what Wayne had. This has an added center console here. But they went to the dual tiered dash theme in 74 with the warning lights up top. This is AM/FM radio, might even have 8-track in it as well. Complete with the gun stock casket handle door panels. It does have a door handle for the rear passenger to get out on this side. Doesn't have one on the driver's side. And then up front, you can see a really neat theme here too. 76 had the Cadillac up there on the hood. 75, it was not there. It was kind of integrated into that trim piece. And again, you have the really large fender extensions out front. In 77, these little stainless pieces would turn into black, and then this would also spell out Eldorado on the front of the hood. 76 was the first year for the Biarritz trim. Had stainless spears coming down each of the hood bevels. In 77 and 8, the Biarritz would also get super poofy, button-tufted interiors. But not for 76. 76 it just had this interior. This was also the last year for the 500 cubic inch V8. In carbureted form, it made only 190 horsepower. So it was really significantly choked down by this point. But they do wake up quite well with a few modifications. The stock timing on these is only 6 degrees base advance. You can run 10 very easily. If single exhaust, you can put dual exhaust on them. Just a cool car. Also has a full width back seat that was facilitated by the scissors top mechanism. You can see there the lamp monitor that you can see in your rear view mirror for the tail lights. And there's the lamp monitors up front for the turn indicator, your normal beam headlight, and then your high beam headlight. This car does not have delay wipers. You can see it just has the mist position there, no delay on the right center of the stock. Does have cruise control, no twilight sentinel, no guidematic headlamp dimmer. Does have tilt telescoping wheel. By the way, GM used this steering wheel without the Cadillac logo on the GMC motorhomes for a few years, and also on the Buicks, the Electras, the Park Avenue, Electra Park Avenue. They recycled it. This car also has cruise control. In later years, that cruise control, this is just a 2-position switch. It actually become 3 positions. And I have no idea why they did that. The middle position was just so that you could set the cruise. The on position would be so that you could use the accelerate feature or the to reset the speed. But they did do that. This also has the rolling numbers digital clock. So a nice example of the so-called last year Eldorado would come back later. especially one with the parade boot. You'll notice from Wayne 7172, very different rear end treatment here with the fender extensions. You do have kind of a bevel, but it's not as extreme. It doesn't carry into the bumper like it did in 71 and 2, because this has the crash bumpers, the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers front and rear. So that bevel theme got lost a little bit. And also the plan view of the hood had to get reduced for the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers as well. So it doesn't have quite the same peak that the previous generations did. Nonetheless, a cool car. And here for comparison purposes is a 73 Eldorado, the first year for the crash bumpers in front. You can see that this lost a bit of the plan view as well versus the 71 and 2 that had a more prominent peak. This particular vehicle is a pace car replica from the Indy 500. You can see it has the walkie-talkie. It also has bigger door pull straps and anchors than the 71 and 72 that frequently pulled out of the door. Here's the full width back seat, the lamp monitor system there in the middle, parade boot. And this doesn't have the rubber flubber fender extensions in the rear, but again, because of the forthcoming crash standards, the bevel feature in the bumper and for part of the trunk was lost here in 73 versus the 71 and 2. It does still have a skirted fender that would go away in later years, and a 1-year only tail lamp treatment. This is the last year of this driver-centric dash with the wiper control on the door before they would go to a different instrument panel in 1974. You can also see the factory pinstripes and the Indy 500 model, which had those hood clips to keep the hood down as the car was operating at faster speeds than on normal roadways. This car is also powered by a 500 cubic inch V8, which would remain an Eldorado exclusive until the 1975 model year when all the Cadillacs got it. Previous to that, from 1970 through 74, the non-Eldorado models had a 472 cubic inch V8. And in 68 and 9, all Cadillacs had a 472 cubic inch engine. It was introduced to replace the 429 cubic inch V8 in 1968. Again, a nice example of a replica pace car here at Eyes on Design. Thanks for watching this video on the 1976 Eldorado with some color commentary about other Eldorados. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as that helps the YouTube algorithm serve it up to more viewers like you. And until next time, be sure to check out the video thumbnails at bottom left and right. And if you're not yet subscribed, click the circular icon of the 67 Buick Riviera at the top left. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care.